Hey, guys, to the TED Show. I'm very excited to have my friend, talented friend. He's got the hair, he's got the creative, he's got the arts. It's Juan Pablo Santa Luna is on the show today. He is an artist I met through our dear friend Boris Garbe from Mills Gallery, and he is going to talk about his journey a little bit and what he does and what's going on in his world. Juan, welcome to the show, my friend. How you doing today?
Hi Ted, how you doing, man? It is a pleasure to be here, man. You are like the most influential social media person here in this
Thank you.
beautiful town.
I will cut your check later for saying that. Thank you very
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm
And
very
hi
honored. So
to everybody.
when I met you the first time through Boris, I'm like, oh my God, his energy, his creativity, loved every second of it. So I said, you know what, I've got to get him on the show. So before we went live, I said we're going to talk about your origin. They kind of want to know a little bit about you. So give them the background on you.
Absolutely. Well, I was born in 1979 in a beautiful town called Florencia, Caquetá, at the southeast of Colombia. So I was there probably until the age of 9, and then I moved to a bigger city called Santiago de Cali. We proclaim to be the capital of the salsa, but there are a lot of nice salsa around the whole world. So I moved to Cali around the age of 9, and I was there until probably 24 years old. And I went to Australia to keep living life. So I
Why?
left.
Why Australia? Why'd you choose Australia?
Well, I think because it was like the farthest place away from my where I was born. So there was like really hard times for me. So I pretty much like escape from my problems, but I just found out that they come with you in
They
the
do
bag.
come with you, my friend.
It doesn't matter. So yep, I landed in Australia around 2007, and I spent several years there until 2013 that I moved from Sydney to Alana, and a new journey start, like a new chapter. So here I am.
Tell them what you do because you're a creative. So when you were growing up, did you know that you love the arts? Tell them a little bit about your creative expression, what you do in the arts.
Well, I always love being creative. I remember as a kid, as a child, being like really curious about things, and always exploring. So I always love colors, art, shapes, forms, and all these beautiful things. So yes, I was a creative person, but I didn't know how to focus that, and everything went like lost in time. Confusion, society, follow this, follow that. So, but it's been always there. So I went more towards the corporate side. So I graduated from university. So I follow the herd. What people say it is. I
Yes.
mean, my parents, they educate me like the way that they were educated, like with really good principles, more and all these beautiful things. But I mean, sometimes they teach us wrong things with love, but they learn it the same way. So it's
Yes.
like a transgenerational thing that follow us.
Very good.
So I am really grateful with my parents, but I just decided to go different way. And I was just a little bit not too young, and I just decided to move from the corporate side. So I went from corporate America to be an artist and a community unifier.
Yes, so I
So
saw that in your bio. We're going to talk about Community Unifier in a minute. How do you express yourself? What is your art form? Tell them about what it is. Do you paint? Do you draw? Do you sing?
yeah,
Do you do fire? What is it that you
well,
do,
if we
Juan?
put it in academic terms, it's like probably visual arts, but I don't have any like artistic background, education, nothing. So just the love for art. And I think, I mean, everything that inspired my heart and my soul feel is truth. So I just follow it. So I do more like mixed media. It's a combination of upcycling materials. So I kind of reshape things, but everything has a message. That's the most important thing, to use every single moment that we have to promote a message, man. I think that that's part of life. You know, sometimes
I
they don't understand.
love that. You have art with a purpose, with a message.
Exactly, exactly. Art
So,
and probably not just art with purpose, a life with a purpose. You know,
yes.
living with a meaningful purpose, and I mean
Well, I
that's
love that you
art
found
also.
your way. I love that you, I mean, for all of us, I'm very grateful that you left the corporate world and that you were able to follow your passion the whole time. And I want them to eventually, when your website's ready, look up your art, find out what your art looks like, because I think you're incredibly talented.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk about the Community Unifier.
Oh,
You put
that's
that
good.
in
I love it.
your bio. You know, I ask everybody to put a little bio, a couple little things about them. And I love that. So why did you choose Community Unifier? What does that even mean?
Well, to me, it goes deeper than a leader. You know, a leader is like it's a cliche. You know, people talk about leadership, but they focus towards their own thing. So to me, a unifier is somebody who wants really from heart to unify people because cares about people health. Helping people. A unifier could be a person who believes that working as a team, we can achieve bigger things. You know, it's not just I'm an individual, but no, it's just we are individuals, but we belong to a community. I mean, it
Yes.
doesn't matter your color, your language, the way you dress, the way you do. Nothing of those BS matters. You know, it's just. I mean, that's something that they.
I love the concept of it, my friend, because I think that's probably why, because Boris is also a community unifier, and I like to think that anything that we do on the show is very community unifying.
Actually, it is. It
And
is.
that's what I that gives purpose. It gives such great joy to us that like to do that. But you know, you have to still enmesh yourself in the real world to pay bills, to do that
Exactly.
kinds of things. And I think that's where a lot of community unifiers, unfortunately, they have the dream, but they don't have the wherewithal or the means. Talk about your experience in Orlando. Obviously, you met you know, the most intriguing man on the planet, Mr. Boris Douglas
Yeah.
Garbe,
Yeah.
at Mills Gallery, one of my favorite human beings on the planet.
Yeah.
What is that like? What has that done for you? Has he opened up doors? Have
Um,
you guys worked together? Tell me about your relationship with Mills Gallery.
Well, Mills Gallery, Boris and Jennifer, they've been like really, really open arms to me. You know, I met Boris. I asked for an appointment. This was probably 7 months ago. My first try. You know, I left corporate. I don't know nothing about art, so I was walking with my artwork under my arm, and I visit Boris with an appointment, and he was really kind to me. We had a connection. He really cares about the artist. You know,
Yes,
I mean, he says he doesn't care about art and he doesn't give a shit about art, but
that's
it's a
exactly what
mix
he
there
says.
that you gotta keep it in balance. But he is all in about the artist, about helping
Yes,
the community. You know, about yes, about shaping us. You know, as an artist, he is a person of a lot of wisdom. You know, probably he doesn't know this, but it's kind of fantastic. It's a really nice friendship, but with a goal in common. You know, unify Orlando. Orlando is beautiful, man. We have beautiful things here, and people don't talk about them because they don't know about them. So, yeah,
yes.
Boris, I say hello to you, my friend.
See, we gave you some love, Boris. Don't give me a hard time later because I don't give you love. This is love. We're
It
sending you
is.
lots of love. So, before we went live, we had questions about struggling artists, right? You're people
Yeah.
who want to leave the corporate world, feel like they've got a talent. Now that you're looking back, are there any words of wisdom, something that you could tell people that you wish you had known when you decided no more corporate for me? I want to follow my dream with art.
Uh, Well, the corporate always chase you behind. You know, it's always keep you those temptations with, hey, we give you more money, come here. And the better you are at doing something, the more work they give you, a more slave you became. So my suggestion is not and advice, because I mean I'm walking my talk. It's like I'm doing it at the same time. I still struggling daily. The mind work is really hard. You really need to have a passion to live your corporate life from 9 to 5. It's a you you need to you need to do it, but at the same time you need to do it smart. I jump into the wild like there is no tomorrow. I say I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. I cannot do it anymore. I'm successful, like society says. You got money in your bank account, a nice car, blah blah blah. But I wasn't unhappy, so that's not the key. That's not the success. So hey, just do it. Just keep being curious. Be
Yes.
curious. It's the opposite. When I was a kid, my parents teach me don't be curious because that's bad, but I think they were wrong. You got to be curious about what's going on out there.
I
Do
agree.
research, read. There is a lot of things, and get some help from somebody who is doing it, or from people who is willing to share knowledge. That's something that we should do, all of us. Share knowledge.
We
Boris,
need to do
Boris,
more of that. That's what a unifier does,
yeah,
right? That's what you.
yeah, and Boris is promoting that like sharing knowledge. Why you are going to die? I mean, you are going to die. Why you don't live whatever you do or did in life successfully? Did it? Just show us how to do it. You know.
Amen, my friend.
So anyway,
So
it's just
what's coming up for you? Are you, as
okay.
you are growing as an artist and you're getting super enmeshed in
Okay.
the art community and the creative community? What's on the agenda for the rest of
Well, I
2022 for Juan?
okay. Besides being a community unifier and an artist, I consider myself a little bit of entrepreneur. So I learn from the corporate side. So I have ambitious plans. I want to get together with the leaders in the Hispanic community, arts and culture in Orlando, and I would like to make something big, like a cultural place for the Hispanic art and culture. We don't have that here.
We
I
don't.
mean, we have so much talent, and Orlando is getting to be known as a global city.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. So a Hispanic cultural center, where arts and music and good food and good friends, diversity and talking to different cultures in between, among Hispanics and white people. I mean, everybody has to be invited. So it's
Yes.
like an open doors place for everybody, but it's more focused on Hispanic arts and culture. So that's
Beautiful.
my big ambition. So
I love it. All right. Juan Pablo Santana Luna, Santa Luna. I said Santana. Tell us. Oh, you have some love over here coming in. You
oh,
got a lot of love, but
I cannot
tell
see.
us the best way for people to find you, find your art, find out about you. Where on social media
Okay,
can they do that?
yeah, I am on Facebook. I still using Facebook. Juan Pablo Santa Luna, just my full name with my two long last name, Juan Pablo Santa Luna, and Instagram is at Mr. Santa Luna. So that's Mr. Santa Luna.
Beautiful. You're a joy, my friend. Your love and passion and compassion is contagious. I loved you the first minute I saw you and met you with Boris. Come back anytime. You guys get behind our creatives like Juan. It is so important. Hi, Boris and Christy. It's so important for us to embrace them because they really do have so much to give, and it is so important for our culture, for our community, for our growth as a global and a local business. You want to get involved in the arts, and this is a great way to do it. Juan, I
Absolutely.
appreciate you so much. So much. Come back on any time, my friend.
Thank you very much. You look great, like always,
Thank
man. I love it.
Thank you. All right.
All right,
Juan
guys.
Pablo Santa Luna. You guys reach out to him or reach out to me.